Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to separate the energies. So I want to look at what's going on with the Divine Masculine and what's going on with the Divine Feminine. I was going to do the Divine Feminines first because I find the Divine Masculine's energy heavy. But then I thought to myself, you know, we're here to help each other. So if we tap into the Masculine's energy first, then I can do a feminine reading. And we might be able to help the masculines along. And but I just feel, okay, let's just tap straight into the Divine Masculine's energy and get it over with. And then do the feminine read. Okay, I'm not sure if it'll be on the one video. Let's see if we can actually. Let's see if I can keep this quite short. See if we can limit to half an hour each. Okay, 55 seconds, let's go. We've got until 31 minutes, starting now. Let's see what we can get out for the masculine's energy. What's the time there? 9:52. Okay. Awesome. We're going to be stopping at 22. 10:22. 10, that number of completions, new beginnings. And then 22. Well, that's just 11:11, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to pull for the headspace. Let's see what's going on in the mind of the Divine Masculine at the moment. Well, we have the Star. He's not happy. Okay, he's not fulfilling his wishes, and I believe that he is thinking about the Divine Feminine and her abundance, and how he would most definitely like to be free as what she is. He's feeling very old. The Divine Masculine is feeling very old. Okay. Got the Star card. And this is kind of what the Divine Masculine is thinking about. There's a Ten of Pentacles. It doesn't look too happy there. He has a lot of pressure going on. Hi, Lily. Okay, we'll do this. It's all right. I felt here a sexual energy. Wanting to... it's like he wants to rejuvenate himself. This is what he's thinking. That makes sense with the King of Pentacles here because he's looking slightly a bit younger. Well, not slightly. He's looking a lot better here. And I believe that this is the sexual energy that he's kind of craving from the Divine Feminine to help him to feel young, vibrant, in love. So he's quite drained at home, and it's like it's just getting worse, and his mind has gone off to the Divine Feminine and how beautiful she is. That's nice. Okay. I'm going to stick with this. Let's have a look at the Rider-Waite. Let's clarify this. So the Divine Feminine is very much on the Divine Masculine's mind. He's just feeling extremely old. The Star, clarified by the Star. This doesn't look like all the Divine Masculine's wishes are coming true here with this Ten of Pentacles. It looks like someone's putting pressure on him. He's looking very down and out. There seems to be a couple of younger children helping around the home, maybe. There's a dog here. Oh, I'm not sure if they're helping. Because this one here has got an actual pentacle. So that's interesting. Look, there's two stars here. Is this the Divine Feminine in the background here? Just with those two stars, we've got someone here who's putting pressure on the Divine Masculine, maybe for money, finances, seeing as they have a pentacle here on their satchel, and so they're a collector of money. This could be a debt collector. The Divine Masculine might be in debt, and there's pressure here, and he's struggling with keeping the home life going, which has then had an impact on his aging effect. Okay, because happiness makes you younger. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so, and that's what he's kind of looking for, his happiness. No, this is a card of being stable, secure. And like I said, he's looking younger. It's like he's tidied himself up. But the King of Pentacles does want stability when it comes to finances. And there's just a feminine in the background there. What is she doing with... She doesn't look like she's part of this. It's like in the shadow. I feel that could be the Divine Feminine here. Just with the 2 stars. Indicating there kind of what is... This could be what the Divine Masculine's pondering, because this is obviously the thoughts, what's going on in his mind. He's wondering what the Divine Feminine's doing behind the scene. Okay. Let's clarify this Ten of Pentacles. Hi. Hidden secrets, fear, worry, wanting to talk here, intuition, wanting to speak with the Divine Feminine. This is the feminine's intuition. It's of the moon. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, who is the King of Pentacles counterpart. What's on the Divine Masculine's mind? Secrets. I felt here, because I didn't feel it was what's on his mind, he wants to marry the Divine Feminine. I didn't feel that. I feel that there's secrets regarding a family connection, a family commitment. It may be that he could be thinking about leaving a partner. He may have left a partner. This could be all the pressure that's kind of being put on him now. Kind of stabilising life after ending a commitment. But there's some kind of hidden secrets here regarding, there's a wife card. So this is either the Divine Masculine wants to make the Divine Feminine his wife, his counterpart, or this has been dissolving another commitment that still hasn't been spoken about. It's like the stars in the background working on her own pentacles. Just having a look, because she has a pentacle here. Like on the... Okay, I'm trying to see where the pentacles are. He's got one on his shoulder. Feels like he's got a chip on his shoulder. Okay, I think this could be regarding the Divine Feminine's... She's like weighed down with abundance. This is on the bottom of her gown. So it looks like here she's kind of stashing away her abundance. It's that's what she's doing. And the masculine here has a chip on his shoulder. Slight jealousy again coming through here. This has been showing through. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Wanting stability, security. And let's find out what else. He wants the Divine Feminine. Okay. We're going to leave it there for the headspace. How are we doing for time? We're good. It's 10 o'clock on the dot. Let's put another row. What's going on in the Divine Masculine's heart space? He's just wishing that he could escape. He's just waiting for the right time. The right time to go for love. He's watching the Divine Feminine. So he is waiting for the right time. So his heart is very much in love here. He's like daydreaming, thinking of future plans. Here he's looking at the Divine Feminine, who is planning, studying. It's like she has that magic mirror that she can see into the future. So she's kind of contemplating her finances, future abundance. We have the Divine Masculine here looking at her, very much in love. Even the dog's kind of... The dog's done a runner now. It's like the masculine has fallen in love. He's changed. The dog's got his tongue hanging out and He's all puppy dog-eyed. And here he is. I've totally done that backwards, but here he is waiting for the manifestation. It's like, okay, it might look here that there's kind of, you can't really get through, but he can get through. There's a gap there. These could be 3 new kind of trees that he's wanting to plant. Okay, let's clarify. 3 of Wands. You send out the intention, and the Divine Masculine here is sending out the intention, whether he's aware of it or not. If he has the Divine Feminine on his mind and he's craving her, that intention has been sent out. I felt here as if the Divine Feminine maybe is picking up this. And she's wondering what this feeling is. Okay. We're in reverse. But we did have the 2 of Cups with the 6 of Wands. And being in reverse means that his heart, he just needs to decide. He's just too busy kind of admiring the Divine Feminine from afar. Okay, but this is about making that come true within the physical. So that's where his heart is. He's still on his throne. Very content in this love. So it's like his heart is lost in love. The next stage here is, I believe he's thinking about moving on with the Divine Feminine. That's what he's sitting there, the planning. I was picking up on this yesterday. This card wants to come out as well. Yeah, his passion's been ignited. He wants to feel young, vibrant. His heart passion. The passion of the heart has been ignited. Got the Princess of Pentacles. His heart is still healing. And that's why he's just observing the Divine Feminine. I don't know why I'm shuffling more. Okay. So we have here the Divine Masculine just looking from afar. Okay, this is in reverse. The 2 of Cups with feeling worthy enough. So he's not feeling worthy enough yet to come forward. I think that has something to do with his aging process. Okay, so feeling very old, as if he doesn't have the energy. But he's here, admiring the Divine Feminine, wishing that he could just go to calmer waters with her. Very much in love here. The passion has been ignited. Then we have the Divine Feminine here, maybe picking up on this energy. It could stop her in her tracks, maybe. That pentacle is transparent. And then we have, I've kind of put the Divine Masculine behind, looking at the Divine Feminine. This could be because this is a heart space, this could be the Divine Feminine picking up on the Divine Masculine's healing heart. So she might feel some release. I spoke about how the Divine Masculine's energy is heavy when I first started. Let's get on with what's going on with the Divine Masculine in the physical. We've got 4, and they've kind of done a scoot. Okay, let's have a look at this one. There's a resurrection here. And the Divine Masculine rises. Okay. He's got over the hump. He's on his way. He looks quite happy here. Oh, look, doesn't that horse look like a pony? It looks quite young and just... There's a younger energy here. He's resurrected. This is in the physical. He's on his way. He's left the 8 of Cups. Okay, he's got his hood up, so he might not be wanting to... I don't know, he's still covering up here. But he is on his way. He's left the 8, going to the 2. For reconciliation. I felt here, because of the blending of the Divine Feminine with the masculine energy, this is like where you go to be healed. off to see the alchemist. See what magic she can perform. Okay, it's just loving energy. The balance of it though. Okay, reconciliation. Right, let's get these clarified. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords, the Resurrection. Wheel's about to turn for the Divine Masculine. In the heart here, it wasn't sure, and it's to do with insecurities of feeling old and drained, and maybe there is, you know, some baggage coming, as in like debt. And I believe the Divine Masculine's really on his way, this resurrection. It's time to resurrect. He's on his way to the Divine Feminine for healing. He's over the hump. The Prince of Wands, he's a passionate prince. So he's feeling energetic here. Yeah, it's kind of like he is bored. So even if he hasn't made the motion, it's on its way. We've got destiny here. The wheel's about to turn in the physical for the King of Cups, the Divine Masculine. Something would just kind of give him that push. He'd just know when the right time is. The confidence here to go and collect your harvest. Okay, then he's on his way. He's still a little unsure here. Or is he? I don't know. I think he just comes charging in, really. It's like, there may be trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance. That. There you go. There's the blending with temperance. It takes patience to find yourself. Okay. It takes work. But it looks like that's what the Divine Masculine's working towards, is reconciliation, becoming balanced. What's the bottom of the decks? The Surrender card. And taking that leap of faith, leaving behind old ways of doing things, not wanting to be like other people, knowing that there's he looks rather smug here, so he knows where he's off to. Everyone else has kind of backed down and walked away. He may have had to have got a bit, may have had to have put his foot down, and he's taken a leap of faith here. It's that mistletoe he's got there in his hand. He's coming in for a kiss, look. He just wants a kiss. True love's kiss. Or maybe he believes true love's kiss is going to heal him. Okay. We had that last week, was it, on a reading? And what else did I pick up? I'm not sure. How are we doing for time? Oh, it's 10:10. Okay, brilliant. Right, let's have a look then and see more into the Divine Masculine's energy. Let's get a Power of Love card first. And let's just see if we can get some oracle in 12 minutes. Okay, Divine Masculines, let's have a look and see what oracle cards want to come out. Freedom. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. With this here, he feels like he's in the open here. But straight away it took me to the Three of Wands, where I said that there was maybe restrictions, but there's not. You can kind of get through. So freedom, you are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. That's awesome. Okay. Freedom. Your natural state of being is one of boundless freedom and joy. Don't suppress your God-given potential by weighing yourself down with other people's opinions or expectations. I spoke about the divine feminine weighing herself down with the abundance. Okay, but different story for the masculine here. Get in the daily habit of setting the intention to be yourself and allow yourself to love who you show to the world. This is covering up here. The insecurity. Okay. If you present a false face in order to feel accepted, you are doing a disservice to your soul and its mission. Embrace the freedom to be you, because anything else is giving away your power. But don't neglect the necessity of self-reflection and contemplation. Engaging in introspection affords you the opportunity to see your actions clearly and from a different perspective. When you begin to view your life objectively, an incredible feeling of empowerment and freedom overtakes you. In this awareness, you are able to identify how you reacted to various situations. Were your responses ego-based, or did you demonstrate compassion for another? Knowing this, you can be vigilant with respect to your reactions to any situation. This card doesn't mean you're at liberty to behave badly or with judgment. Instead, it gives you the freedom to let love and compassion be your guide. You are the sum of all positive, negative, and neutral experiences and behaviours. Good, bad, or indifferent, they have made you who you are today, so honour them all and learn from them. Struggling to get that one out. Okay. Let's see if I can speak more fluently with the next card. Let's get some, pop your tail down, good girl. Archangel Oracle. Clear your space. Feels here as if the divine masculine here doesn't really have much motivation to do anything, or hasn't. Well, in his head, it's time to clear your space. Okay. Get rid of clutter. Clear the energy around you. And use feng shui. Your home and work environments affect you on many levels. Clutter can erode your energy, creativity, and prosperity. I'll help you find the time and motivation to clear interferences from your physical environment. Together, we'll release anything that's not serving you. We'll donate, recycle, or discard unused items. We'll open the windows to circulate fresh air in the rooms, and I'll escort lower energies away. You'll notice huge improvements in all areas of your life as a result of this endeavour. Feel here the divine masculine's getting ready. That's why there's this kind of pause here. He just needs to kind of deal with some clutter that he can do before he comes forth. So working with Archangel Jophiel. Jophiel's aura is deep rose pink, signifying her beautiful, loving and caring nature. Dark pink crystals, such as pink rubellite, are associated with Jophiel's energy. Anytime you're involved with redecorating or spring cleaning, call upon Jophiel to help you. It's like having your own spiritual interior decorator and feng shui consultant. Awesome. And it's always good to go and clear a drawer out anyway, especially if you're feeling a bit down. So just go and clear out a drawer, tidy up, just do a little task that you know that you need to do. It's so satisfying and you'll feel so much better. So it's like the divine masculine really does need to kind of focus on clearing his space here and the energy around him. Okay, how are we doing? We're all good. Let's get an affirmator. courage. No one is fearless, no one. But even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts, then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. I feel here like the Divine Masculine maybe is a bit scared of his own shadow. I feel that's like the Divine Feminine. Okay, that'd be perfect to get an Oracle of Shadows and Light. Sounded like there was a card left in there. Okay. I think we might be ending on this one for the Divine Masculines. Fairy of the Divine Hand, intoxication, distorted view and overindulgence, card number 2. And the only card that I am really drawn to in the masculine reading here is this card. So about the Fairy of the Divine Hand. If the Fairy of the Divine Hand has turned up in a reading, it is ever so likely you are being urged by friends, loved ones, or even your own self to more accurately estimate the power addictive behaviours and substances can have over you. You know how it is. You start having a piece of candy, some soda, maybe a little junk food. Then before long, you have more. It may be another habit, such as judging yourself or others way too harshly, thinking negatively, or giving up too early on exercise and good healthy practices that you are indulging in. Gossip too falls under the Fairy of the Divine Hand's domain. While it can be wickedly delicious, it always leaves such a sour aftertaste. So when she shows up, know that the true gift she offers is awareness of what you're denying. Don't ignore Fairy of the Divine Hand. Thank her for pointing out your addictive tendencies, and acknowledge their power, and then disengage and find support for living in clear, bright ways that don't leave you feeling drained, disorientated, and disenchanted. Okay, the Fairy of the Divine Hand speaks. I'm here to reveal to you what will tempt you. It is delightful, this thing you are being offered, and surely a little won't hurt. I am Fairy of the Divine Hand, and I appear to you when you are blinded to what you must see. Come and truly examine what is being offered to you. Underneath this apparently harmless fun, spending, partying, distraction and temptation lie disorientation and fear, and things may appear to be quite different than how they truly are. But here, look and look closely. Do you begin to see what will take place if you continue down this path? If you sugarcoat the possibilities of where this may end, do not push down the feelings and warnings you have. Instead, come a little closer and look. Do you begin to understand that what seems such a small thing may indeed change lives? Take a moment, look, think, connect with your deeper wisdom. Decide whether you will join in with what is tempting you, or whether you will watch a while longer and make a wise decision instead. And that's exactly what I feel the Divine Masculine is doing. He is trying to make wise decisions now. He's watching before, because there's a very strong sexual energy here, which is tempting him. And it's like, in a way, this is kind of holding him back. The insecurities come in. We spoke about him getting older and more drained, really, needing to clear the energy. And I feel that that's why the Divine Masculines are not rushing in. Okay. So, divination message, stop right now. Your intuition, your inner sight and clear vision is sending you very clear warning. A red flag has just gone up, and this is a time to stop, to look, and to listen before going forward. Your higher self, your clear sight, wants you to stop and think before simply taking this wonderful temptation someone is offering you. It may be in the form of a secretive relationship, junk food, alcohol at a party, sex before you're ready, or behaving in ways that are unsafe and disrespectful, speaking harmful words and thoughts that could scar people for a long, long time. This moment's indulgence could have long-term repercussions that could lead you away from well-being, clarity and harmony. You know when this temptation comes to you. You know when this temptation comes that you do not need to flee, you do not need to indulge, and you do not need to curse and berate this lovely, very earnest fairy with her clear message to stop and truly look at what is taking place. You know you simply need to pause, be quiet, clear, and know that one of your fiercest addictions is seeking you out, and you are wavering, caught in its delirium. This is not an opportunity to escape. This is your chance to break free. So being tempted back here, the Divine Masculine being tempted back to old ways. Okay. 23, that's not bad. Okay, we're only a minute over. That's cool. But it was just majorly this card shouting out at me. Old ways, toxic ways, being pressurised. And then on the other hand, you've got the Divine Masculine who's in love with the Divine Feminine, and it's kind of being torn here. Do you stay with the old way? Do you go towards the Divine Feminine? But then the Divine Masculine will be questioning his appearance, and also the fact that he has a strong sexual desire for the Divine Feminine. And that might feel like he is going back to old ways. So it's time to stop, think carefully. It spoke about secretive relationships. So this could be about how the Divine Masculine maybe is craving the Divine Feminine before he's dissolved any other partnerships. So contemplating putting the Divine Feminine back into a third party situation. Okay. It's like he has to clear his space and claim his freedom before he can come forth to the Divine Feminine. Okay, that's that then. Let's get this tidied up, and we'll do one for the Divine Feminines. And we'll see what's going on with the girlies. Thank you for your lovely comments. I see that some of you are having, troubles where you live. So I'm most definitely sending my protective love and light. But when I read your comments, I just thought, make sure you're putting up your protective field. Okay, you have this energy field that you can call upon. You are protected, but you need to believe it. So make sure you're activating your protective energy field around you. It will keep you safe always, but you have to believe it's there. Okay, so much love being sent to you ladies out there. Okay, let's do one for the Divine Feminines now. Should we use the Druid Craft Tarot? Why not? Okay. $10.25. Let's do this. We'll have this wrapped up by 11 o'clock. Let's see what's going on in the Divine Feminine's headspace. The emotional loss. They're picking up on the emotional loss of the Divine Masculine. We had the Divine Masculine with a hood hiding. He's not, it doesn't really look like he's involved within any third party situation here. So she's not feeling that. But he's also not looking at the Two of Cups. He's fishing. He's fishing. So I believe here in the headspace, the Divine Feminine is just allowing the Divine Masculine to have his space, to have his man space. Okay, so allow him to go into his cave and not to disturb him, and for him to have a really good think. Okay, and we have the Divine Feminine here with the Eight of Swords. If you have a look, she's actually looking like at him. She's blindfolded, so it's like she's keeping a track of him. Her intuition's letting her know what's going on. The masculine energy did pick up. I did pick up that maybe the Divine Feminine will be feeling this. So he's just giving him space, not interfering. She can walk out of that, but again, her foot's there like tiptoeing. I think that she's ready to be there if the Divine Masculine turns around to them Two of Cups. So she could feel here as if maybe she's walking on eggshells with the Divine Masculine, maybe tiptoeing a bit with his energy. And this could be, she's not sure of his authority with the High Priest here. So I feel here as if she doesn't really want to unsettle the apple cart with the Divine Masculine. So she knows very much it's best just to stay away and allow him to have his space. Okay. Let's clarify. Where's the Rider-Waite? So I feel here as if the Divine Feminine doesn't really want to take the chance of being snapped at, of kind of stepping in at the wrong time. What's interesting is his foot showing and so is hers. So maybe they both feel this way, that they're just tiptoeing, walking on eggshells, not really sure how to approach the situation. But the Divine Feminine here is definitely, doesn't look like she's the one to be approaching. Let's have a look at the Five of Cups. So the Divine Masculine here, although this is the Feminine's headspace, the Divine Feminine is, I want to say, giving the Divine Masculine space so that he can register. It felt like a register. When you, I don't know, it was like a slotting, I don't know, but it was registering the connection. So this is kind of like divine conversations the masculine's having. He is by the water there, and I believe that's why the Divine Feminine knows it's wise just to give him space. There is a fear of judgment here, of the Divine Feminine kind of stepping forth, reaching out, and then she's judged. So I feel here the Divine Feminine fearing judgment, of making the wrong move at the wrong time. But the judgment here, because it's clarifying the Eight of Swords, I feel that the Divine Feminine will intuitively know. She knows what her role is, and that's just to be patient and to not push a situation. You've got the High Priest here. Okay, he's looking quite strong. Destiny. So not really knowing which mood you will catch the Divine Masculine in with the High Priest here. So I feel here as if the Divine Feminine is fearing the Divine Masculine's ego in the headspace. Okay, let's move on to the next row then, which is the heart space. The Divine Masculine single, independent, the resurrection, and the offer. The Divine Feminine is in her heart space. She's looking for a single, Divine Masculine, okay? And a Divine Masculine who she fulfills all his wishes. So she's a wish come true. There's definitely this resurrection here. And then we have the Prince of Cups. So she's looking for somebody that has changed, matured, a resurrection means wanting to do things a different way. And then there's this offer of love, compassion, all going on within the Divine Feminine's heart. The masculine's really coming through on the feminine's energy. Okay. Nine of Cups. She's looking for a single masculine, obviously, to marry for long-term commitment. The Resurrection. Like I said, somebody, you know, that someone that will resurrect, and it's like will resurrect for her, will come and claim her. This feels here as if she's worth the effort and she's worth the wait. Then we have this, he's looking very solemn. He's here to apologise. The horse looks... he looks a bit sad over past events. It's a connection, the 1111 card. So that's what the Divine Feminine's looking for. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best. Okay, what's going on in the physical? It's all a bit mad, isn't it? It's madness. Load of madness. Well, the masculines have 4. Seems only fair. What's going on in the physical? Yeah, the Divine Masculine has his guard up. He's not really letting anyone in. He is working on his pentacles behind the scene. Undercover. So he is up to something. Looks like maybe working on the connection here. Here's the... okay. Just with the masculines getting old, okay, in their reading, I felt like this was the feminine here, feeling like she's getting old as well, waiting for this kind of connection to come in, to come to fruition, to be here in the physical, to be tangible. So I've just chuckled to myself. It's a transformation card, but I feel as if, because we've got a strong masculine energy totally throughout the Divine Feminine, and it's, the Divine Feminine is kind of like, she's waiting for the real deal, and she's expecting that. She's just hoping that, you know, she gets it this lifetime before she gets too old. So it's a kind of mirroring here about aging for one. But it is the defensiveness of the Divine Masculine here, his ego. Okay. Yeah, the Divine Masculine's emotional loss. This is what he's kind of, he's not letting anybody in. Okay, he wants to deal with all of it on his own. The 3 cups that are knocked over, and then he wants to deal with the 2 cups as well that he's not paying attention to. 8 of Cups. But something's going on behind the scenes, and he's thinking long and hard about the connection. Yeah, it's like in the physical, something happens. Divine, it came up yesterday, Divine kind of directed that this situation needs to be addressed. So I feel this is in the Divine Feminine's space. She knows this. She can feel this, that something's coming in. A Divine Masculine is coming in. There will be a resurrection. I just felt like for the death of her, she just doesn't know who it is. But she knows for the death of her. I don't know. But we have all this looking up at the connection. Oh, it was this way. Oh, hold on. How did I have this? Like that. Kind of looking up at the connection here. The Death card. Oh, I love it. I've got a bit of Hamlet coming. And that's brilliant, isn't it? To be or not to be? That is the question. And the Divine Feminine's just allowed herself to be. And then we have the masculine, you know, or not to be. You can be a human. We're all humans. But are you a human being when you can just allow yourself to be? So, universe, it's to be or not to be. What will be, will be. It's kind of, it was all written. Come on in, good girl. Okay. Very interesting. Let's have a look at the bottom. Ace of Pentacles. Someone's coming out of their man cave. They come out on their own, look. When the time's right for them. Okay, so Divine Feminines, we're really picking up on the Divine Masculines energy here in your reading. We've got 15 minutes. Let's pull some oracle cards. The power of love. Loyalty. Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. Let's say your loyalty to love and to what love is. Your loyalty is measured by the strength of your commitment to your relationships and obligations. You possess an unwavering, doesn't say that, an unswerving, okay. You possess an unswerving faithfulness. Your soul is stirred only when you unselfishly have the best interests of others at heart. This devotion is freely given with a true sense of unconditional love. Loyalty asks you to be steadfast in your motives and unwavering in your ideals. Be a living example to others. Demonstrate how your belief in a person, cause, or principle can enrich your life experience, expand your horizon, and bring you a sense of solidarity and oneness. When you are really honest about where your loyalties lie, you must also be willing to ask yourself what these loyalties are teaching you about yourself and your own value system. Is there a need you are meeting? What fulfills you and makes you whole? Are you giving unconditionally, expecting nothing in return? Never misuse or abuse your loyalties, but instead defend them like a roaring lion, letting everyone know you are honourable, brave and strong. Okay, that's brilliant. That's really all the advice a Divine Feminine needs. Okay. Ooh, this side. Let's have a look at what was underneath. Priorities. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. Through love and understanding, you are able to put the pieces of your own puzzle together. And by doing so, you have a deeper awareness of who you are and why you are here. Regularly take a moment out of your day to reassess your priorities. Confirm that you are living the life you have intended and that you aren't wasting energy on things that don't feed your soul's growth. Focus on what is important to you and why. Are you happy with your current situation? Are you doing your best to help make others happy? Are there people in your life who are not supporting your goals? Pausing on your daily journey to re-establish your priorities using love and compassion as your guide gives you a better indication of your path forward. So much of life on earth is distraction, and the ego can be fragile and petty. Stop. Listen to your heart. Your number one goal is to love yourself and share that love. All the other diversions rank after that. Life in this physical dimension is not easy, nor was it meant to be. You have to practice instilling the energy of love into your habitual thought processes. Prioritizing and decision making then become so much easier. The choice always comes down to love. Wow. Okay. Let's get some Archangel Oracle. Creative writing. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen, an article or book. You could be jotting down your journey now that you have a clearer understanding. You have this urge to write. Get creative. Okay. Your soul longs for creative expression through writing. I can help you schedule this activity. Honour any inner nudges that guide you to write. Sorry, guys. Okay. That guide you to write. The writing may be for your own enjoyment, or may be a cathartic experience of self-expression in a private journal. As you work with your connection to the written word, you may receive divine guidance to write articles or books for publications. Call upon me at any time to guide you through this process. So working with Archangel Gabriel. As the messenger angel, Gabriel loves to help writers and journalists delivering healing messages. Like a loving coach, she'll urge you to delegate your time and energy towards writing. Gabriel can also open doors that allow for publication of your articles and books if you're asked for her assistance. Most of all, she'll help you enjoy writing. I believe you're just going to be writing about love. So if you have that urge, it's time. It's time to start writing about your experience and sharing that with others. Poetry. Yesterday for me it was like poetry. I didn't write any down. That's what I need to do because it was just kind of coming out and I thought that's good. But then if you don't write it down, you kind of forget. So you actually have to take the time to sit down and just see what comes through. Divine Feminines, that's awesome. Creative writing. An affirmator. Let's go for an affirmator. Gentleness. I speak with gentleness and I listen with gentleness. I align with the gentlest part of myself and I take joy in being receptive, open and unafraid. I am like a baby deer who's best friends with a baby elephant. The baby elephant wraps its trunk around my shoulders and we lie down gently on the grass, daydreaming and talking about what sorts of humans the clouds look like. It was just being a baby deer with a baby elephant. I mean, I just felt that's the divine masculine and divine feminine's energy there. Oh, I love that. And look how the tights, it's like my cup here, just staying, balanced between masculine, feminine energy. Gentleness is so much because there's not really guidance about the divine feminine is just holding this space for the divine masculine here. But she's most definitely knowing what she's wanting, where her loyalties lie and what her priorities for herself are. And it's all done in the name of love. I like that. Let's get an oracle of shadows and light. The three fates, what comes around. Okay. This here is just knowing how the laws of the universe work. What goes around comes around. If you're emitting love, that's going to come right back to you, as long as it's genuine. Okay, and you know where your priorities lie. And So 26, let's read this. About the three fates, it's happening again. Many of us have faced difficulty and troubled times in our lives. Sometimes the impact of a negative experience is so profound that it leaves us with physical, mental, and yes, spiritual residue for months, even years after the actual event. While you're still vibrating, as the three fates put it, to the energy of a negative experience, you tend to repeatedly attract echoes of that exact experience. So when you need to be alerted to that fact, the three fates will enter, showing you that this is a karmic pattern that may need to be worked on, understood, and recreated in order to be free of its influence. You may feel that there are others in charge of your life, that they are threading the needle, weaving the patterns of the tapestry of your life, even choosing what ends and what begins. When you feel that fate has interceded and that you are not so much in control of your life, but in control of your reaction to what happens in your life, you are beginning to work with intelligence, maturity, and understanding. With the energies of destiny, fate, and fortune, the three fates depicted so beautifully here, with their ever-turning wheel of karma, understand that it turns and turns as your life will, through its many themes, again and again. When you receive this card in a reading, and most especially if she leaps out to greet you, you will know an old pattern has circled around once again. Package, I think, wanted to come out, but hey. The three fates speak. Here it is again, that situation, that person, this lesson that you have yet to learn and that you may spend a lifetime learning. It seems you need another cosmic reminder of something that needs to be cleared and mastered. Letting go is this moment's very important lesson for you to learn. We are not suggesting forgetting this lesson, because where's the wisdom in that? We are suggesting that you move on and learn and actively replace this experience with completely different versions of the same thing. No more repeats. This is the opportunity to try something different and see what magic takes place when you vary the approach. You must reconnect with the opportunities you have. Staying attached to old patterns will simply make them come round again, like a thread being spun on our wheel. Learn and be unleashed from this part of the pattern that feels like unjust fate. Okay, the divination message. I feel this was coming in with this writing. It's about how you tell your story now. I'm just going to go back and just read what it says here. When you feel that fate has interceded and that you are not so much in control of your life, but in control of your reaction to what happens in your life, then you are beginning to work with intelligence, maturity, and understanding. With the energies of destiny, fate, and fortune, the three fates depicted so beautifully here, with their ever-turning wheel of karma, understand that it turns and turns, as your life will, through its many themes, again and again. When you receive this card in a reading, and most especially she leaps out to greet you, you will know an old pattern has circled around once again. Okay. So here it is again, that situation, that person, this lesson that you have yet to learn, that you may spend a lifetime learning. I've already read this part. Letting go is this moment's very important lesson for you to learn. They're not suggesting forgetting the lesson, because where's the wisdom in that? It had a place in our life. But we are suggesting that you move on and learn and actively replace this experience with completely different versions of the same theme. So this was love. It was love that you experienced, but because maybe it didn't go to plan, that doesn't mean, that you can't recreate that. You're just telling the story, still quite negative about how love failed on you, and it didn't. It was just allowing you to get your priorities right, and to gain your own self-worth and self-love, loyalty to yourself, that you'll settle for nothing less. So the writing part, though, let's just read this part. I'm not going to hold that up. You've been enjoying your life's, you may have been enjoying your own life's reruns lately, wallowing through the memories of feeling sad, bittersweet, and nostalgic about the good old days, whenever they were, exactly. You know what? It's fine to muse on the past. Your memories are precious and do need to be tended. But it's another thing altogether to be filled with regret, wishing you'd done things differently. Life is a constant do-over. You get a fresh chance every second you are alive. So stop beating yourself up. You have an opportunity to heal, to clear, to no longer feel sad about the same thing anymore. You can do things differently. You are not a prisoner of how they have always been done. What you have done, even if you judge it to be a mistake, can be reworked and learned from. This is its wisdom. You are so not alone. We all have karmic lessons, themed stories that seem to repeat. Learn from this. Be aware of what is taking place as a fateful encounter to master life. If you take this approach, you'll be all the richer for learning, wise, free, and able to help others too. Mr. Maintenance guys out there. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here. Guys, have yourself a fantastic day, and I will catch up with you soon. So take care. Bye for now.